What's up, Hot Makers? Welcome to HotMakes right here on HotMakes Live. I'm Nerdy J. This, my friends, is Alex from Laser Everything. Alex, how you doing?
Oh, I'm amazing. That intro is rocking. It's so cool.
Oh, man. Caleb's a mastermind behind the operation. He edits the videos on my channel as well, and he makes my crap look good. So thanks,
Gets your
Caleb.
heart beating. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it gets you going right there at the end.
Totally.
Everybody else. I love it. Well, welcome to the stream, everybody. We have a blast. We're gonna have so much fun talking about the Pew Pews today. A little bit of laser stuff. But before we go too far, Things is graciously sponsoring the show with a $50 Amazon gift card. At the end of the show, we'll pull the prizes for that. So stick around. We'll have a little fun. And thank you so much, Things, for sponsoring the episode. I mean, you guys have been so awesome this year, and we can't wait to continue to work with you guys. So other than that, Alex, how you doing?
Dude, I'm on HotMakes, so I'm feeling pretty good right now. This is rad.
That's awesome. Well, for those of us who may not know you or what you do or where, that kind of stuff, let us know. And we'll talk about it again in the end. But where are you from? What do you do? And
Yeah. My name's Alex. I run the Laser Everything YouTube channel. And there's like a lot of laser channels on YouTube, but we kind of specialize in like Galva Lasers. We touch on everything, but it's the Pew Pews, man. That's what we do. You can find us at Laser Everything on YouTube. We're the only thing that comes up these days. And then there's the Laser Everything official. I have an Instagram. I think I have a TikTok. I'm so bad at social media though. So if you want to interact with me, the channel is the place to be for sure.
Yeah, I didn't see a Twitter though. You're not on Twitter?
I'm not on Twitter. I've never gotten the Twitter. Maybe I should do it. This might be the catalyst there on that.
No, we love it, and we hope that you can push people to tag the laser stuff on Twitter, because what's funny is we see a lot of 3D printing, a lot of stuff, but woodworking and lasers, it's mostly Instagram. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that on Instagram instead, and which is cool. But
it's weird how they kind of like they split off into like their little sectors though. Totally. So being able to bring people together is always what we've been about over on Laser Everything. So if I can hop on Twitter and maybe like rope some extra people in, that'd be great.
100%. And I got to say this: your channel's killing it. Over 7,500 subscribers already, and you've been going. You started this year, right?
Yeah, we started in the technical start was like a year ago. I threw up like a video or two, like kind of just haphazardly, I was like, I'll throw a video out. I'm bored at work. It was right when COVID started, actually. So I was like just messing around, because I've messed around with a couple of YouTube channels before. So I threw one up. A year lapsed, and then I came back to it. It had like 45,000 views, and I was like, ooh. Like maybe I should like make more videos, especially with the Galvo style lasers. There's not a lot of content or information out about those lasers anywhere. You can find 100 channels that talk about CO2s and diodes all day, but when you start to get into like Galvo territory, it starts to turn into kind of like that creepy empty forest of info. And so there's a huge need, to say the least.
Well, and lasers, they're so hot. I think I did my first laser video in August of 2020, I think, which was a diode Laser Master 2, I think is what it was. Mm-hmm. And I got to say, they're so hot because just like 3D printers, you can get them so much cheaper and more affordable now than you could have 2 years ago even. I think so many more people have them now. And, like 3D printers went wild, especially around the Ender 3 days. When you could start getting them for $200, $230 or something. And the market for lasers on YouTube is huge. So if you got laser content, throw it out there. People are going to watch, and it doesn't matter. Totally. 100 of us do it. They're going to watch all the stuff. I saw Tyler West. I don't want to get too far. I'll let you go. But Tyler West, he's the one that said, you got to talk to Alex. He's awesome. He maybe 3 months ago or something said, you got to reach out to Alex, and I'm glad I did, man. Your channel is awesome. Your content is awesome. And
Yeah, I gotta shout out Tyler too. I've got Tyler helps out on our Discord server a lot, and you know, as you know, I'm sure you've got experience with that. And I've just got like a wonderful staff over there too. So shout out to everybody on the staff over on the Discord server. They kind of help me like manage the community because we just hit 1,600 members on our Discord community too, which is just like that's another thing that's just kind of been blown up. You can't do it all by yourself, so I'm really grateful for everybody on that team that's volunteering their time to help me out with that because it makes a really big difference.
Well, and yeah, I was going to say you're Alex, the host here. That's awesome. Your Discord is phenomenal as well. I have to admit, I am super terrible. Like you said about social media, I am terrible, and it is awesome to see a Discord take off. I mean, I'm in there and people are posting, they're interactive, they're talking, and then there's mine. But but no, I'm never in there, and there's so many 3D printing Discords. I feel like but you have
that's kind of the beauty of it though, to be able to get to that point. And I think that's kind of like what you were saying before about like the democratization of these technologies, you know. I keep telling people, especially again with like the fiber lasers or like the CO2 galvos, or even we've got a UV laser coming in tomorrow that's a galvo operated laser too. For a long time, and I get kind of preachy on my channels, is one of the things that I preach about, but for a long time, galvo operated lasers were like this really well kept secret. And if you had one, you had like this golden ticket to like cash, you know. You could do stuff that people could only imagine of. And it's just not the case anymore. Prices are coming down. We're getting into like mid-range CO2 territory on galvo laser pricing. And I keep trying to warn people, I guess, that it's going the way of 3D printers and vinyl cutting before it with like the Cricut printer. You know, I mean, that was really the first step, was like vinyl cutting. There were none of them, and they were super expensive, and you had to go to like a vinyl cutting shop, and then everybody had one in their garage. And we went that way with the 3D printers too, and then CO2 lasers, and now I think we're right on the edge, Jim, where it's like fiber lasers are about to just dump off, you know, and everyone's going to have them in their garage next to their drill press. So getting ahead of that and like putting out the educational resources, I think, is really important.
100%. And I hope I'm one of those people soon, because I love them. I love the sound they make. So cool. Let's take a step back, because I mean, I don't know everyone who's watching how much into lasers they are. I know Greg made a mention of a Glowforge. I'll say my opinions on Glowforge for later. I prefer Lightburn myself, but that's a whole different world.
I think we all do.
Yeah, let's just back up for a second. How about, I mean, you're the laser master, right? Let's talk about the different types of lasers and maybe, you know, what they do, why they're different.
Yeah. So there's I love this. I never get tired of the soundboard. I like to call it the Holy Trinity, and then we kind of stick diodes on the end. So I don't get super into diodes, but the Holy Trinity allows you to mark any material. Anybody could walk through my door right now with literally any object, and you can mark it. That's the goal. You don't want to say no to anybody. So we start off, everybody knows the CO2 laser, right? So it's 10,600 nanometers, CO2, usually a big glass tube, sometimes a RF modulated tube. And those are great for organics. So wood, acrylic, glass, leather, that kind of stuff. It does a really, really good job with those organic materials. Then we have the fiber laser. So it's a shorter, higher energy wavelength. It's 1064 nanometers, still infrared. That's great for inorganics. It's going to be metals, everything from tin to titanium, aluminum, brass, copper, et cetera, et cetera. Not just marking, but like deep engraving. We're ablating the material. We're removing material. And then it's not even the new kid on the block, but it's becoming popular now. So I'm going to call it the new kid on the block, the UV laser, which is way on the other side of the visible spectrum. It's ultraviolet, super high energy. And that really shines with synthetics, which is something that's kind of been out of bounds before today. So, it's just like having each of those three machines. You've covered your organics, you've covered your inorganics, and now you're covering your synthetics. We call it the Holy Trinity. You can mark anything. That's awesome. I just described $35,000 investment to you, you know, but it works. And then of course we have the diodes. I just got the Offero Laser 1 by Orter, and then a Laser Master 2 Pro. I'm not going to focus on these on the channel because there's 1,000 places where you can go get info on diode lasers
Sure.
from people who know them better than I do, but it feels weird having a channel called Laser Everything and not having them. So I had to add them to the lineup. But you kind of tack diode on the end. Again, great for organics, kind of like the CO2 lasers are. But that's kind of just the overview, right? I guess.
Well, and you know, great for, I would say, beginners, because I mean, what's worse, a Laser Master 2 Pro or a cheap Chinese K40? I don't know. I mean, like, the K40 does a lot if you modify the crap out of it.
Yeah, I think it depends on who you're asking to. You know, a lot of times people ask me where to start, and I'm, you know, I the first ask is, are you a tinkerer? Or are you somebody who needs to plug this in and push a button and start marking things? Because they're 100%. Totally different stories. You know, that's the line between me recommending like going out and buying a $2,000 OhmTech or an $8,000 Aeon. You know, and it really, really matters. So I think there are people out there that the K40 is good for. I don't think it's most people. I might, you know, even just like a little bit high, like get something at least with a Ruida, you know, to start. But the diodes are great. I just finished talking about this on a live stream the other day, and I don't want to ramble on here too much. So if I'm going on too long, let me know. But the diode lasers have actually seriously impressed me. I used to kind of call them like the baby CO2s because they cover the same material range. But I think they have like a legitimate use as a standalone tool in my shop. There are times where before I own them, this is a new opinion for me, they do stuff that the CO2 is not going to be able to do. And that was kind of like a moment that I had, you know, like they're really powerful little machines. They're very, very cool. Very good at that detail work. I was seriously impressed. Yeah.
I 100% agree, especially like the Laser Master 2 Pro that you have. I did a couple videos on it already. I have more planned. I have some coming. But the thing about that is they keep listening, and then they keep adding safety features. So, you know, a year ago when the Laser Master 2 came out, it didn't have a flame sensor. It didn't have the UV shield. It didn't have a few of those things that you probably should have. A matter of fact, I have 2 or 3 that I won't even show on the channel because they're not safe, and it's just not worth the time. They don't have end stops. They just smash. They don't shut off if you stop the head, which is huge. I mean, if that head gets stuck and it's just sitting there burning, it needs to shut off. And you know, the CO2s, most of them, all of them will do that. I don't know about the fiber lasers because I don't have one, but I mean, like you said, the detail work that the little diodes can do, man, that's where it's at. I just got a Infinity CNC. I did a live stream on Saturday night, which was phenomenal. Nice. And they sent me the JPhotonics or the JTech Photonics 7-watt diode upgrade for it.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, it's a magnet mount. You mount it, and then from there on, all you do is drop the diode on the front, plug it in, and when you don't want to use it, you just unplug a wire and pull the diode off. You don't have to remove like anything else.
Hot swappable, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I love that. But you gotta be. I mean, you just have to be careful because it's still a diode laser. It's going to reflect.
Yeah.
If it'll burn, I mean, blue light is really not good for your eyes. I mean, that's a big thing that people.
Dude, lasers in general are like they're gnarly, and they don't seem that dangerous when you're just kind of like glancing at them or in passing, but like all of them are incredibly dangerous, especially like the Galvas. All of the Galvas are class 4 lasers, which basically means it's free game. Good luck. Don't blind yourself, you know. But yeah, the diodes too, man. I got very lucky. Ortur sent me that like enclosure for it, you know. So I can shut the door on that. You can get Galva lasers with cabinets, but then it's kind of a mix up because you like to slide really big things onto the bed, and then you have like the enclosure issue. So I don't use enclosures on my Galva lasers, but you have to understand too, they're class 4 lasers, and the ones that don't burn you are going to blind you, and the ones that don't blind you are going to give you skin cancer. So you have to be careful. They're serious tools. They come with consequences of misuse, just like any tool that you'd find in any shop.
Right, and that. Whoa, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna wait. I'm aware of the audio issue that's going on. I can't hear it on desktop. I can hear it on mobile. I know people were saying there was an audio issue, but I don't know how to fix it right now. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I like you said, if you can't hear it on desktop, but you can hear it
I'm
on
hearing
mobile.
it.
Maybe
Yeah, I'm
it's
hearing it on mobile, but I watched the same segment over again on desktop, and there was no pop. So
weird.
I don't know.
We'll call it a YouTube feature. But with what I wanted to talk about too with lasers, not only would I, in the diodes especially, highly suggest an enclosure. If you can build it, put it in a box, whatever you got to do, but filtration is probably
Right.
another big thing. I mean, a lot of people will just set it in their garage or their living room or something, go on burning random garbage, and that is so bad for you.
It's so bad for you, especially when you get into like fiber laser territory. I mean, it's bad enough breathing in the soot and dust from something like a CO2, but
Right.
when you start engraving like heavy metals and you're literally breathing in like particulate, like heavy metal particulate, once that goes into your lungs, man, that doesn't come out. Like it's in there. That's an addition to you. You know, it's not what you want. It's not good. You have to do some kind of like extraction or filtration is really, really important. Yeah.
100%. I gotta show Sarah's comment here. She's like, "Can we back up and talk about what these lasers are for? Cutting, shooting. They're mostly for cutting, engraving, sharks. If I saw a comment.
Yeah.
How would you describe a laser to somebody? Like, I mean, for me, it's a tool in the shop to get a job done, right?
Yeah, I mean it's like customization, personalization, and sometimes creation. It really depends. There's so many different kinds of lasers now, and I mean we're evidence of that. You know, I've got like 8 different lasers sitting behind me, and they all do vastly different things. So it
Right.
really depends. You know, with my CO2, my flatbed, the OhmTech, I can cut out like 3D parts and put together like a 3D like Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton if I wanted to do that, or I could cut gaskets for an optics company, or I can engrave a cutting board for a grandma for her birthday. You know, like
Right.
there's so many. It's so wide. The Galva lasers specifically, like the fiber Galvo, the CO2 Galvo, the UV Galvo, are more designed for marking applications. So there you're really looking at like customization and like, you know, tagging, serialization, things like that.
But with the Galvo, with that style, it's not good for wood, right? It's good for like metals and stuff like that, right?
So the fiber is right. The fiber Galvo is metal specific, but they make a CO2 Galvo, so you can get the same exact CO2 beam that's coming out of my gantry that's cutting and engraving wood. You can stick that into a Galvo. The only difference is that the beam is being projected from a central point in a lens onto your workspace instead of being carried around by a head on a gantry. So they're not so great for cutting because you'd always be cutting at an angle, right? Everything's coming down from a center location and coming out at an angle onto your workspace. So you'd always cut with like a chamfer or like a diagonal edge. They're not really designed for that, but you can get like any type of laser beam and shoot it through a Galvo head as long as you have the right mirrors and lenses and yeah.
So I see Garrett from 3D Print Farm is with us, and recently, I don't know if I could say this. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but he got a fiber laser, and
he did.
And he shot me some videos of it burning a little card and stuff. And I love the sound. I absolutely love it, and I'm so jealous because I want one so bad.
Yeah, you should definitely pick one up if you can, because they do some really, really impressive things that you just can't do with other types of lasers for sure.
Yeah, I can you hear me still? Are we good?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yeah. Funny.
Yeah, we can't. Hang on. Yeah, we can't hear you. Sorry, man. We can't hear you.
Funny guy there, that Gary. No, while you were talking, everything just went out on my side.
Oh,
I
man.
could hear you. Everything flashed. I lost everything.
Okay, you need to go to the hospital?
All right. I'm going to have to reboot Geary. If you guys want to reboot Geary, do that like I/reboot.
No, God! No, God, please, no!
But yeah, I mean, I love the sounds. I have a couple CO2s. They're rock and roll. Recently I was playing with more acrylic, and man, that's so much fun. But now I got a CNC Saturday. I'm so pumped about, because like we were talking about cutting boards, right? I can cut it out and then engrave it with the laser. All, you know, and that's
like all
awesome.
in house, you know, you get to like bring it in and do everything in one place. I'm not that lucky. I feel like I'm already scatterbrained enough as it is trying to manage all my different types of lasers. Speaking of Garrett at 3D Print Farm, he literally just sent me what is it? It's a Mingda D2 3D printer. He just mailed it out to me. He's like, dude, here, you know, you might want to like print some jigs for the lasers or whatever. I'm looking at it and I'm getting a headache just like thinking about making that do what it's supposed to do, because my brain is so full of like laser stuff, you know, and I'm always like trying to like learn new things and try to like expand that knowledge. Whenever I think about bringing new machines into the shop, like I'm instantly overwhelmed just even thinking about like another process. But I mean, the more processes the better, man. You know, we at the old shop back when I was an apprentice, we had like sandblasters and like photo sensitive things, and he had like 3D printers and DTG printers and like all different kinds of stuff. And yeah, it was really, really cool, man. But I just can't go that many directions at a time. I really can't. I'm going to be begging the guys on the Discord server to help me with this 3D printer, because if I have to suffer through it alone, it's just not going to happen.
Nah, we're here for you if you need anything. That's not a bad printer.
I appreciate it.
I mean, it's very similar how I feel about the CNC. I am so excited. I am. I mean, I'm so excited because it's something I've never done before, but I am terrified because I have to start over with everything I know, you know. And it's going to be awesome when I do it, and I can't wait to do it. But it has been an experience. If on Saturday night towards the end of my stream, I actually carved freehand, which I don't suggest. All right, I'm not going to suggest that, but it was fun. It came with a joystick, a joystick, and it looks like an Xbox controller. That's pretty much what it is. And I was just like driving it around, and everyone in the chat is like, "Call the medics." You know, we're gonna have issues. It was a lot of fun. That's
funny.
Yeah, it's so much. Matt, how you doing? Mitch, man, there's so many good people here today. So, but yeah, if you have any questions 3D printing wise, shoot them out there. We'll definitely help you. And Garrett,
I will.
He's an awesome dude.
I'm feeling lucky too, because all the toys that you and I like to play with, it's all basically a series of grids and stepper motors at some point, right? And like gantries, you know, for the most part, which is kind of what makes the Galvo so elusive, because it takes everything that you know about like maker tech and like just throws it in the trash, and you're like starting over completely from scratch. So they're completely different, but you know, it's not that bad, but it's you know, it's definitely a departure from what we're used to.
And they're fun though. It's so much fun to get a new tool in the shop.
So fun.
Tyler has been pushing me. He's like, you got to get a fiber laser.
You do, yeah.
And I really do. I need to. I really need to do it, because I had a couple companies are like, hey, are you interested? And then you know, they never respond to you again. Why ask me if I'm interested if I say yes within like 10 seconds, and then you don't respond again?
You're like, yes, immediately, yes, 1,000 times, yes, yeah, man. Don't sleep on it, for sure. Once you get a taste of the Galvo tech, you're going to be like, what's a gantry? Like, you're never going to want to touch a gantry again, because the gantry lasers come with a couple benefits. You get detail, because the lens is much closer to your work surface, right? So you're getting smaller dot sizes out of it. You can get more detail, and obviously you get larger workspaces on a gantry, especially with something like a big CO2. Right. You know, you're getting to do big pieces, but the raw, unequivocal like speed of just like Galvo operation, it's just like melts your face off, like how fast they are. It's incredible. I'm still not over it. I've been working with Galvo lasers for 8 years, and every time, dude, I sit there and I hear the sound, and I'm like, that's so cool. And then I watch it, and I'm like, that's amazing. Like, the sheen hasn't worn off. You know, it's still just like an amazing thing. If you haven't experienced it, you have to dip your toes in and get something, you know.
I do. I have to live vicariously through you guys currently, but I'm gonna have to make this happen. Like I said, when Garrett shot that little clip over, I was just like, oh man. And he just commented, fiber, it's just something about the sizzle. Absolutely. I think he even said that he really liked the sound, but his wife hates it. But you know, what do you think? I know we're talking a lot about lasers, but what do you think the next big thing? Like, I know you're talking about like Galvo and fiber kind of being brought down to more in like price wise, brought down to where more people can
Yeah.
afford them. What do you think the next big thing is? Like, what's your opinion on that?
Like manufacturing wise, being brought into like a smaller scale.
Yeah.
It's still kind of laser related, but something that I've noticed prices coming down on recently are fiber cutters are starting to take a really big dip in pricing. And they used to be that used to be like you needed a 4 foot by 8 foot bed with this giant machine and like a 4 kilowatt laser. And they're crazy. And you're talking about prices of like $150,000-$200,000 on those machines. And
Wow.
you're cutting sheet metal, like real sheet metal. You're cutting through that,
awesome.
not just like the soft stuff, like stainless steel,
Sure.
And I worked for one of those, with one of those for a long time. It was by a company named Rose Graphics, and the machine was $150,000. I was messing around on AliExpress the other day looking for some stuff for the channel for 2022, and you can get like Actec. That's a big name, Actec.
Sure.
They're making $13.90 fiber cutters now. You can get them for $10,000 plus shipping.
Wow.
It's that's unbelievable.
Now it's AliExpress. Is it safe? I mean, that's my first.
you always. It's kind of like did you see Squid Game?
Yeah.
You know how they make the guys go out on the glass panels before them to see if they're going to break.
Yeah.
You need a guy to go out onto the glass panel first. It's ordering, so especially with the Galva lasers, everything that we do here at Laser Everything, like it's all AliExpress stuff. And when you find bad companies on AliExpress that make bad products, you are effed, like really, really bad. But when you find a good company on AliExpress that's making a good product, that's like the ticket, and it's very, very company specific. There are good guys and there are bad guys, just like anywhere else. So I think if you look at AliExpress as a whole and you're like, that's bad, or like everything that comes off of this is going to be garbage, you're selling yourself short because you're missing out on some great opportunities and some awesome equipment. I mean, a lot of the 3D printers that we use today started as weird AliExpress shops that nobody's ever heard of. And those companies just blew up, and now they're kind of like household names in the maker space. But 5 years ago, Mingda was a weird AliExpress store that had 3 sales and 2 reviews, so people step on the landmines for you. And then eventually you kind of find those golden companies, and those are the ones that are going to grow. It's not easy. I feel like I'm kind of underselling the tediousness of that process, but there's good stuff on there, man. If you know where to look and how to talk to them, you can really strike gold.
Nice. I'll have to keep watching because I mean that will be awesome. I can only imagine cutting like you said, like sheet metal with a laser. I mean, I play with,
like in your garage
plasma cutters and stuff, but I mean, different.
Yeah, it's different. I mean, with plasma cutters and like water jet, like water jet's such a cool technology. They're great, but they're very, very slow. Fiber brings all the speed of that fiber laser technology, and it's cutting metal with it. So you're really just like whipping. I mean, you're like whipping through like, 1/4-inch steel, like it's butter. It's amazing to see. And like I said, the prices are coming way down on those, and the sizes, they're making more compact units. Stuff that you can fit in a garage is being sold like right now, like easily fit in a garage. So I think that's up and coming. Yeah. Long answer to your short question, but
I wanted to point out real quick, we got Mitch Cerrone in the comments. He was on the show a little while ago talking about his work on Sub-Zero on BattleBots, and he just commented that he used a fiber laser for most of the BattleBot build.
Yeah, you can use a fiber laser set. He said with basically build one, and that's awesome. I mean, he if you watch the show, I don't know if it's official. Mitch, let us know in the chat if it's officially official with the next season, but but you can see him on the BattleBots if you watched last season.
Awesome.
Sub-Zero, and he does some awesome work there, and not to mention he has a backpack printer. He throws it on his back. He walks around. It prints. It's awesome.
While he's walking.
Oh,
that's so cool.
Yeah. It is really cool. Later, Garrett, have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon, man. But yeah, what time? I don't even know where we're at. We're talking so much late. I love it.
We're 30 in. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good for a minute or two. Come on. I love the laser stuff, and we don't get enough of it here. And you know, like HotMakes needs to feature lasers. It's hot, right? So what we need to do is like find a way to find the crowd who's sharing their laser work. I know Facebook groups are probably okay for that, but it's hard to like pull a Facebook group up and show it on screen. You know what I mean? I could pull pictures or something, but I'm wondering if we could do like a spot in your Discord where people are tagging us or dropping projects in, and we could go in there and you know, with their permission,
pull that up right now. Yeah, sure. We could definitely do that. I mean, everything on the kind of like show and tell areas that we have set up. Yeah, that's all public. So we could pop into there real quick if you wanted to take a look at some of the stuff that they have up on there.
Oh, if you want to. I didn't mean for tonight, but if you have
okay.
Hey, let's do it.
I've always got the Discord up. Unless you had something else you wanted to ask or chat about, I'm happy to do that too.
Let's do it for a minute, and then we got some HotMakes to show, but let's check out some projects, man.
Okay, super quick, super duper quick. Yeah, we can take a look. Let's see if I can do this here.
Yeah, I'll have to go to the Pew Pew hashtags. Good point. We're jagging.
All right, let's see.
So I should have probably checked the print I had going. I started a print right before the stream, and I haven't looked at it yet. Yeah, we're good.
I've got it up if we think we're good.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, there you go.
Perfect. Yeah. So let's see. J-Max got, this is titanium here. He's coloring with his Mopah fiber laser, which is pretty cool. So all of that was just a raw piece of titanium. He's got like a ton of different colors on there that he was able to dial in with the settings. PMags are really popular right now. The firearms industry in general really loves this. Looks like Lithgow is doing like a brick here. So you can really like kind of manipulate and you know, bend the rules on what these lasers are used for to get some really, really cool results. Even like these are plastics.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know, you can get some work out of these doing like plastics. And then of course the deep engraving, right? That's what everybody's after. That's what everybody wants to accomplish with these whenever they kind of come into the Discord. Yeah, they're very cool. They're very cool. I don't drag on too long, but you know, just like tons of different stuff. The possibilities are endless, man. If you've got an idea, there's a way to manipulate one of these lasers to
little Harry Potter
to do what you want them to do. Yeah, yep, totally. But yeah, HotMakes.
I'm gonna have to get on Tyler. He should be tagging us more with his projects. He's doing some really cool stuff.
Tyler's doing amazing work right now.
Yeah. Tyler, tag us. Come on, man. But yeah, I think I just love seeing the laser stuff. I love playing with the lasers. I cannot wait to CNC something and then drop a laser head on that and then go over it again, because I think it'll be a game changer. Like I could take that object and bring it to one of my other lasers, which is awesome too.
Yep.
But if I could keep it in the same spot and just run a different job, that'll be awesome.
That's the idea. Yeah. That's the trick.
Cool. But
that's the trick.
I mean, so much good stuff. If you're out there and you're doing laser stuff, if you're on the Twitters, hit us with hashtag HotMakes, and we'll get the stuff shown. We get a ton of tags a week, and we only have time for, you know, maybe like 10 or something. But we try to get as many as we can in. And if we get more laser stuff, more CNC, we did acrylic paint recently. I mean, all that stuff we'd love to show. So tag us. All right. I'll get ready for some HotMakes. And have you played with HotMakes? Have you seen this yet?
I don't think so.
Nice. Surprises. I like
fresh. Yeah. Fresh.
We're going to find out in a minute. I love it. We're going to have some fun, and we pulled some really good ones tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, how about some HotMakes? All right. So this first one comes to us from Chief Trademark on the Twitters. This is an 8-color test of the Palette 3. the Pout 3 Pro. I have one on order. I cannot wait to get. I know they just got pushed back a little further, which is very sad. But it does 8 colors, so it brings 8 into a machine, and then it'll actually like weld them together and color stuff. It's phenomenal. But this is an 8 color print. Maybe if I can click on it, there we go. And it's all printed at once. So
it just this didn't come from Target. Somebody made this.
Yeah. Somebody made it, yeah.
What? That's amazing.
The purge block that was. I mean, because this has to have a purge block somewhere between colors. But this thing is phenomenal. Like I said, 8 colors. It gets me so excited for being able to do 8 colors. Is going to be awesome.
The Christmas tree with the ornaments too.
Mm-hmm.
Just like those little spots it had to do.
Yeah. So the thing is, a lot of times, if you don't have these dialed in, they bleed because the color, it doesn't purge or the color goes. Whoever this is did a phenomenal job. It has this thing good and dialed in because there's no bleeding on the white there that I can see. The ornaments, like you said, dropped on the trees like that. It is just a phenomenal job on this one. So nice work.
Yeah, incredible.
Next, here you go. Here's some Replica Pew Pews. This is a Mandalorian project going on. Fiery Squirrel Art was hanging out with us the other night with the CNC stream. Thank you so much for that. This is, again, he sells these on some stuff that sells on a Etsy store. But this is like resin-based, it looks like. An Ender 3, an Elegoo Saturn, and a Prusa Mini. So one run resin printer, a couple FDMs.
Wow.
But the stuff you can get out of these little printers is pretty awesome.
It almost looks like a 3D render. It's so smooth, it's so smooth. Yeah.
Someone, I just looked at the comment, DeWitt said that I believe he's talking about the house looked edible. Absolutely, that would have been him. But and even the finishing, nice work on the finishing here. Fiery Squirrel Art. I mean, great work here. I have yet to take on a project like this. I really should though, because it looks like a lot of fun.
So cool. Yeah.
Nice work. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Right? There's a little Mandalorian for you. World Bollard Association. This is the first 3D printed bollard. So if you know what a bollard is, let me know, because I did not look that up before the stream.
I have no idea what a bollard is. I've never heard of it.
Let us know in the chats.
I'm impressed though, regardless. I'm still looking at it. I'm feeling impressed. It looks rather large.
So, those like yellow poles at the front of Walmart to keep cars from driving into the windows. Apparently that's what a bollard is. This is just a really weird shaped one.
Today I learned.
Oh, and the big round like spheres outside of Target. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
This
yeah.
is one of those things.
Interesting. I mean, what, are you gonna stub your toe on it? I don't know how big it is, but we don't have a banana for scale. But
I feel like I need to see a car hit it now. Like I want to see the crash test. Like I absolutely need to witness this.
It's by water. So it looks like maybe it's one of those things to keep things from going into the water, but also something that ships can tie down onto.
I was just gonna say maybe it's a tie down. That
Right.
would make more sense because it's kind of got that shape. Mitch says a baller's a wealthy person that flaunts their wealth. I think that's a baller, not a ball.
I do wish I was a little bit taller.
I wish I was a shop caller.
I wish I had a rabbit in a hat.
Nice work, Ballard. First 3D printed one. That's awesome. What do we got now? Oh, the infamous dragon that everybody's doing. I need to do one of these. Chris Travis jumped on the bandwagon, and these things are awesome. I'm not sure if you saw the Flexi Dragon, but this thing comes off. It's flexible. It moves, and it's all printed in one piece.
This is like the hot model right now.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's the model to print right now.
Totally.
Let's see. I thought maybe someone else tagged or showed it off the bed, but I think I'm wrong. Chris, nice work. I love the color, by the way. That's Midnight or Glint Midnight PLA. That's a gorgeous blue color. But I need to print this. I'm just gonna have to do it. I'm really Geary, I'm gonna skip one,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna skip one and go to this
Whoa.
one next. So there you go. So this
Yeah.
is Max here, Metalhead Printing. He does some phenomenal work with the CR30 belt printer, and this particular dragon he did a 4.4 feet long, 1.3 meters. Took almost a whole roll, which I thought would take much more. I'm not gonna lie, and
Right.
a bit over 5 days. But look at that.
So
dragon.
catching me up on the belt printer, I'm assuming that means the belt is moving as it's printing, so
Yep.
it can continuous. Oh man, that's so sick! I want to
so
see one
it's
of
a-
these with like
it's
a glow, like a glow resin, like or
That would be
glow
cool.
PLA or something. Yeah,
That would be cool. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
glow
legit.
PLA.
There were more pictures posted a little bit lower, and in one of those you can kind of see it on the belt printer as it's coming off. So you
Right
get an
here.
idea of what that looks like.
Whoa,
So it's
that
an
makes it look a lot
Infamous
bigger too.
Z. Yeah. This
Yep.
is an Infamous Z, and
All about the
he's
angles.
rocking this thing. What was
Yep.
that?
Nothing
It's
move
all
on.
about the angles.
All about the. Hey, that's what she said. I had to. So I mean, it's just gorgeous. Nice work, Max. I absolutely love this model, and I love that you dropped it on your CR30 because, man, someone had to do it. Yeah, giving out ideas for a belt laser. Oh boy.
Oof.
This next one right here is Nerd Forge. This
Get
is a
out
new
of here with
video.
this stuff. Oh my
This
god.
is a custom PC. So it has to do with a lot of different things, but this is actually a custom PC. She has a video down here. Imagine we can play a little of it. Oh, geez. Maybe not the Kiwi code part.
I have it muted on our end. There was a stream delay echo, so I already muted your computer.
Oh, nice. So there you go. It's kind of like a little, for lack of better words, dollhouse, right?
Yeah.
And then tiling the outside, painting it.
Come
Those all
on.
printed tiles.
Yeah. And
What?
then she brings it over. There you go. So the PC is like built inside of this thing.
God, how,
I mean,
dude?
just-
How do people do this kind of stuff? This is like, I feel like I'm out of my league now. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Kyle says, I saw the video. It was insane. Absolutely. The time she put into building a computer case
Unreal.
is awesome. And
Unreal.
we saw from the picture, it looks absolutely amazing too.
Yeah.
I would, you if you were like breaking somebody's house, I'm like, oh, that's a dollhouse. I'm not taking that. And it's probably like a super expensive computer.
I feel like I'm on the set of like a really high budget stop motion Disney animation film.
Right. I love that. Mitch said we should have her on as a guest. I 100% agree. Show Alex some of Willow's stuff. Man, I don't know if you follow Willow Creative, but she's a cosplay maker. All
Okay.
she does full time. And it'll blow your mind with the stuff that she does. You'll have to look that up. At
Yeah,
Instagram,
definitely.
She's all
Yep.
over Instagram if you look up Willow
100%.
Creative.
I won't miss it.
She was a guest on the show quite a few episodes ago. So if you scroll back on the channel, you'll find her.
Yeah.
Dope.
All right, next. I'm looking at time here. It's already quarter till, so we're gonna rock through a couple more of these. This helmet looks so good, and here you go.
Whoa.
It does. That looks like it's a super nice helmet. The print is clean, and I can't remember. Let's look here. I thought.
So for someone who doesn't do 3D printing,
Yeah.
how challenging is it going to be for them to remove all of those supports underneath the helmet?
It really depends on your settings, but probably not that bad because they're
Yeah.
huge.
Cool.
Come
Sure.
up
Sure.
in giant chunks. Sometimes.
Yeah, those are really big chunks. The ones that really are not fun are the little tiny baby ones. But
Sure.
a lot of times people, if you do it right, which I don't always do, but I try, you dial your supports in your slicer so much that you barely just like, you could probably almost pull it off the bed and they'll come out, or you just grab them and pull. In this case, there's so much of it. It's like such a big chunk. It wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
The fun part is when on prints like this, if it comes off all in one chunk, you have like a helmet, and then you have like a helmet shaped
Yeah.
block.
Cool.
Right. Greg's Maker Corner says maybe 15, 20 minutes tops to from start to finish.
Nice.
Probably, I bet. Jerry says you don't need supports internally. It really depends on how good your, in my opinion, how good your bridging is. A lot of times people don't do supports in the top or in the center because you're going up kind of in a circle and it'll build itself in. Use lasers.
I've got a lot.
There
I've
you
got
go.
I've got a lot to learn for sure. But this whole like HotMakes section here is just like an adrenaline shot for my willingness to go mess with my 3D printer, which is cool.
Can we use that as a tagline for the show?
Yeah.
An adrenaline shot for your creativity.
You can have it.
Greg's I'm sorry, Sweet Bee says I get my aggression out from removing supports 100%. Sometimes I get aggression from removing supports if they're really fun.
Would that make her support like supports?
Maybe
Emotional support
Maybe.
supports.
Yeah,
fair.
Emotional supports.
That's gonna be a new t-shirt now.
Loyal Moses has these helmets down to under 1 kilogram. Shane says that's awesome because these helmets can take a lot of filament. Yeah, he's killing it. Nice work here on the helmet, and oh man, nice work. All right, next, Sam Prentice. This was awesome. So he printed recently a giant mini Joel, which is what we see on the left there, and then after that he printed a giant mini Jim, which, I mean, I can't say no to that. So I was a sucker. I had to bring it on. But, Sam says, I mean, this image is just being a thing, right? Or I imagine this image of being a thing. And he's standing between them, which I love. So we just had Sam on a couple weeks ago. He builds like full-size droids, little droids.
I was going to ask, is this the real Sam Prentice or the fake one?
No, it's the real one. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
definitely.
cool. Got it.
Yeah, he has stuff in the Star Wars movies. Some of his droids have been in there. He gets to go play with them a lot, actually, which is I'm very jealous about.
Cool.
But he's such an awesome dude, and Wexter made that mini gym, and I mean, I pretty much can call it a day on the YouTube channel. Once you have a mini,
right? Totally. He's legit. I love that expression is like super accurate too. He's just got like that smirk and he's just happy to be here. Like that's totally it. He nailed it.
And then there's me. I think the stomach is super let's see. Wear glasses when removing sports. Absolutely. Let's see. Needs a mini Stefan. Yes, we should get the mini Stefan to complete that. And then Tom says, are they really still minis though? Maybe.
You are a sad, strange little man. And you have
So he did this, and he's having so much fun with TikTok right now. If you're on TikTok, find Sam Prentice, the real Sam Prentice, and he's doing stuff with his droids. He's doing all sorts of crazy stuff and having a lot of fun. And the next one is actually one of those. Can you hear that?
A little.
Nope, sorry, hang on. There you go.
How about now?
Yep.
So I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, I knew where that was going.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. And then last but not least, this is the masterpiece that came off the CNC Live on Saturday night. If you missed the stream, check out the stream. As always, anything we show, everything that was tagged that we showed is in the link in the description below of this video. It's a Google Doc. You can find almost all of the episodes in the past in that Google Doc. But this one was fun. Ben from Myers Woodshop was just on a couple weeks ago. He sent me the glasses. He actually made that while we were streaming. He was on the stream with me. And then he's like, I think the chat was egging me on to freehand it or something. And I was like, I just got this thing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's try it. And so first I started with the little rectangle around the glasses. And then he said, try a circle. So that was a circle. And then I tried to write my name in the top. And then it went all crazy.
So this was with the Xbox controller you were describing earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think that's bad. I don't think that's bad, man. It kind of resembles the flying spaghetti monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's a success.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I had to show it because I alluded to it in some social media posts. But DeWitt was there. He said that CNC was freaking awesome. I 100% had a blast with it. I can't wait to play with it more. And Cyberdeck Cafe, how you doing, man? Long time no see, and welcome to the show. Another guy who does the Cyberdecks, Joe. He has a huge Discord as well. So we'll have to get you guys connected because I think we can have some fun with lasers and the Cyberdecks. And
That sounds like a perfect match. Yeah.
And Blasto, if you're still on, I'm not sure if you're still here. I have some news for you. I'll either text you or chat me after the stream, and I'll tell you. I think I have some parts coming finally for a Cyberdeck that I want to collaborate with Blasto Supreme on. He builds amazing Cyberdecks. If you don't know what a Cyberdeck is, oh man, it's super. For me, it's hard to explain. It's like a futuristic kind of, or it doesn't have to be, kind of a computer that would like go anywhere. It can be anything. It's crazy. It could be a watch. I think it could be in a ammunition can. I mean, it could be in. It's super crazy, but they do some amazing work, and we'll have to connect you with his Discord because I know they do a lot of printing and modification and stuff, but I bet the lasers would be big in that world too.
Yeah.
Spaghetti Jim can sit next to the Pooch Rock. Yes. Spaghetti Jim. That's perfect. What I'm probably going to do is like spray paint Spaghetti Jim and then sand it. So it, I'll spray paint it like black. So it, gets down in there, and then I'll sand over the top. So you can kind of see it like, it looks like an inlay. But yeah, anyways, let me pull that out. Show notes. But yeah, that was some HotMakes. What'd you think? A little bit different.
Those were incredible. I feel smaller now. I always feel that way whenever I see other people's work. I'm like, oh my God, it's humbling. But I enjoy that feeling. I actually really like that feeling. It makes me feel like I want to keep learning and getting better. I'm gonna have to check out your CNC setup too, because now I'm intrigued. Spaghetti Jim has intrigued me. So I'm gonna have to follow up on HotMakes.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I suggest doing it like that. That was probably not the best move I ever did, but it was fun.
It might be the best move you've ever done.
It might
You're
be.
just looking at it the wrong way.
You never know what's gonna come.
You
out
never
of it.
know.
Looks like there was a show poll. Gary, do you want to tell us what the poll was and how it looked?
I just thought it'd be fun to see which art or whatever you want to call it was better. The acrylic pour or the laser spaghetti. It looks like people still like the acrylic pour.
Yeah, I have a roll. This is just to give you an idea. This was the piece that I did.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
And now affectionately known as Spaghetti Jim. I like that.
You really need to make a little plaque for that says like Spaghetti Jim 2021 and like with the medium and stuff on it.
Oh. And then Pooch Rock, you can kind of see him up in the corner now. He's up there hanging out next to Mini Jim and some other peeps. But yeah, I mean, that was HotMakes. We do this every week. It's so much fun to show what the community is working on, the projects, and kind of show off other makers. So you have to come on more. That'll be a lot of fun.
Incredible.
All right, what do we got? This is the last chance. $50 Amazon gift card courtesy of Thangs. We're going to give that away in minutes. So this is your time. Go register right now if you haven't done it. It's been in the chat. It's in the description of this video, but you have to register to win. And we're going to give you like a minute. And while we're doing that, Alex, towards the end of the episode, there's a little more people than the beginning of the episode. Who are you? Where are you from? Where can we find you? And all the good stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I'm awful at social media, so I'm Alex over at Laser Everything on YouTube, and that's the main place you're going to find me. We have an awesome Discord server. It's got a ton of people in it that love lasers. They love working with lasers, sharing what they're learning. That's kind of hard to come by. People that are actually willing to share their laser settings. So if you love lasers, come hang out with me for a little bit over on Laser Everything, because it's an awesome place. I'm so proud of the community and everybody who's helped make it possible. It's been really, really great over there. You can find me at Laser Everything Official on TikTok and Instagram, but it's not very active. So interact with me on the channel. Check out the Discord server. It's the place to be. It's the place to be.
Nice. Yeah, the Discord server, it's awesome. You said like over, what'd you say, 16 or 1,800?
1,600. We just hit 1,600. Yeah.
Nice work. And your channel,
I know, it's rocking.
Absolutely killing it. Already over 7,500 subscribers, which is phenomenal. So if you have not gone out find Alex Laser Everything on the YouTubes. The description or the links should be in the description below. Click that button and hit the subscribe button and check out what he's doing, because he's doing an awesome job. Now, you have a podcast too, right?
Yeah, it's the Laser Source Podcast. We host it right there on the channel. Find the channel, you found the podcast. It's everywhere else you can find podcasts as well. Hopefully we can get you on soon. I can bully you about getting a fiber laser. That's what it'll be if we're being honest with each other.
Nice.
So you know, we gotta get you on, man, so I can sell you on that, because the Laser Source Podcast is a great time. So yeah, you can definitely find that too on the channel or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. It's up all over the place.
I'm in. Let's do it. We'll
Nice.
definitely make that happen. And I'm gonna go jump. Let's see what we got here. All right, that was it. I'm gonna grab all the names we have right now. And there we go. This is for a $50 Amazon gift card, courtesy of Thangs. Again, thank you so much, Thangs, for sponsoring the show. We really appreciate that. You're awesome, Becky. You're awesome if you're watching. And here we go. Greg.
Awesome. Just like inched right over the line there.
Nice work, Greg. I think he's here. I don't think Greg's won one yet either, which is phenomenal.
He's taggable.
He's taggable. Greg has been an awesome asset in the community as well. And come on, Greg, let's see it. You gotta say hi. Stephen Poole, welcome.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah, congratulations. $50 courtesy of Thangs to Amazon. We will. I'm gonna make sure to get those out tonight after the stream. I have a couple to do still, and it's been a crazy couple weeks here. I'm working like an hour and 20 minutes away instead of 20 minutes away, so I'm driving like 2 hours and 40 minutes a day now. But it's only for a little while we take over a hospital is what we're doing. we bought a hospital, so we're putting the IT equipment in it now. But anyways, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you jumping on the show. I mean, welcome anytime you want to come back. This is a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you having me on. HotMakes was so cool. I definitely need to do that again. So it won't be long before you're hearing from me, and we'll see you on the Laser Source Podcast really soon too.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about that. I'm going to have to go watch some more of them so I know what to expect, because I got to admit I watched some other content, but I'm not sure I saw your podcast yet. So I need to do that. I mean, that's
chill. It's a different vibe.
Nice. Well, hopefully you had a lot of fun. The crowd out there, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I know it's Monday. I know it's dinner time and bedtime for everybody else and all the good stuff, and myself included. So I'm hoping the little man's like eating dinner right now so we can put him to bed soon. Hey, by the way, congratulations on being a new dad. That's so
Thank
awesome,
you.
man.
Thank you. Yeah, we've got the sleep shifts down, you know, so we're both getting a little sleep, and she's a doll. Nice. She's super mild, so we're really lucky. Everybody's healthy. We're just really glad she's here.
That is so awesome. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't know, you know, it changes your life forever, right? I mean, you look at things so different now, and you know, that's so cool that you get to be hanging out and doing the YouTube thing and doing the laser stuff, man. I'm so pumped for you.
Rocking, dude.
There you go. DeWitt said, thanks to subscribe. Looking forward to watching your videos. So
appreciate it.
Everybody else, thank you so much. We're just about at that 7 o'clock mark, but I really appreciate it, everybody. We will hang out with you. Before we go, though, we have some quick announcements. We should do announcements real quick.
Okay, listen up, everybody. Turn up your volumes. Announcement.
Attention, we have an announcement. Attention, we have an announcement. Oh, was that? Yes, Mom. Yeah, okay. Mom, I'm doing a thing.
Every time. I almost forgot the announcements today. Real quick, next week we have a special guest. Rowdy Roman will be on with us. He is a 3D printer aficionado. Quit his job, full-time 3D printing products now, and that's all he does. So I'm super pumped to talk to him too. Kind of like you're doing with the lasers, he's doing with the 3D printer side.
Crazy.
I'm so pumped to see that. I've got a bunch of his product here for the CNC, and another one for actually the Ortour laser. I got a light burn camera mount that he makes for the Ortour lasers. So I'm really pumped to get that on the channel soon. But next week, Rowdy Roman. Come check him out. That's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody else, thank you guys. Have a great week. We will see you next week. Same time, same bat channel. I almost same channel. Whatever. Anyways, have a good week. Alex, hang right there. We'll be right back with you. Everybody else, have a great night. See you guys.